Welcome back to Squared Circle Jobbers. You will notice that you have a very special episode today of our Universe Mode, and I, the Ben Cocker, am going to be running you through everything that's going to be happening over this weekend. Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Only available on Squared Circle Jobbers YouTube. I'm going to be running through every match on the Money in the Bank card and giving you guys a little bit of an update as to what's been going on both Raw and SmackDown. The B Show. Kicking it off with the A Show, we've got the United States title being defended in a steel cage match, with Lars Sullivan defending that title against Bobby Roode. Now, over the last few weeks, Bobby Roode has had his number checked by the Freak, Lars Sullivan. Sullivan has attacked Bobby Roode backstage in the parking lot on top of a limousine. He's also attacked Bobby Roode on his way to the ring to face off in a United States title match that didn't officially start. On your screens you're going to be seeing some of the screenshots of the dominance that Sullivan has shown in this match. I think it plays into the favour of Lars Sullivan, an absolutely dominant human being. And if I was Roode, I'd want to get out of that cage pretty quickly to avoid any damage at all. Has Bobby Roode got a chance? You guys are going to have to find out at Money in the Bank. For me, I'm all over Lars Sullivan. I think that he is going to go on from here onto bigger, better things. He's probably going to take that US title with him. For me, I've got Sullivan retaining on this one. Don't think Roode has a chance, unless, like I say, he escapes the cage pretty early. Sticking with the Raw brand, what could be any better than a tag team match featuring these two guys? Matt and Jeff Hardy reuniting after Bray Wyatt, he's not happy with the way things are going on the Raw roster. He attacked his own partner, Matt Hardy. And of all people, Matt Hardy, after losing a Money in the Bank qualifier to his brother Jeff in the Battle of the Hardys that we saw, an epic battle which was over in a matter of minutes, which was absolutely surprising, Bray took out his anger on Matt Hardy. He attacked him after his match, and Jeff Hardy he couldn't stand for it. He couldn't stand for Bray beating up his brother. What did Jeff do? He did the right thing. He came back into the ring and he saved his brother, setting up one hell of a tag team match. We don't know who Bray Wyatt's going to team with. I mean, we've heard rumours that it could be a member of the Bludgeon Brothers after they were defeated in the tag team tournament over on SmackDown. We'll come to that a little bit later. However, Matt and Jeff Hardy, they don't know who Bray's going to pick. Could it be a member of the Bludgeons? Could it be a man like, I don't know, could it be a former Wyatt family member in Braun Strowman? We don't know. We honestly do not know. Bray knows, and on Raw last week we saw a little bit of a preview as to who the man was. We saw him on the screen that Heyman was watching backstage, and we got a little bit of an insight into another sort of character, shall we say, that Bray Wyatt wants to bring to the Raw roster. In this one, I'd like to say the Hardy Boys are going to win. Jeff pulling double duty, remember, as he's in that Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to go for the Hardy Boys in this one. Matt and Jeff, just absolutely fantastic tag team in their day. It's got to be a Hardy's win for me, because we just don't know who Bray's going to bring with him. He might even be on his own. In that case, it's going to play into the favour of the Hardys. So for me, the Hardys are going to win this one. So speaking of tag teams, what about this one on the SmackDown side? We've got Mustache Mountain and Kevin Owens and the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn are going to go head to head, locking horns. We saw a little bit of a preview on SmackDown in the 8-man tag main event. However, these two are finally going to go head to head in tag team action. Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, what a run that they've had. They've defeated the likes of Sanity and the Usos, two credible teams on the SmackDown roster to get to this stage to face off against Owens and Zayn, who, might I add, snuck into the tag team tournament. They attacking, could they? Well, we don't know who attacked the Ascension. My guess is it's going to be the Kings of Honor, a stable that Owens and Zayn are a part of. Surely they attacked the Ascension, to give themselves a little bit of a one-up, let's say, over on the rest of the tag teams. They defeated the Ascension by forfeit, count out, whatever you want to call it, early on in this month on the run-up to Money in the Bank. And then Owens and Zayn defeated Harper and Rowan in one hell of a contest. It was pretty much a 5-star match. 6 stars obviously argued by the two over on SmackDown, Mr. Stee and Ryan Leaf Plant. On this one, obviously, it's a new championship. SmackDown are finally going to get tag team champions by the end of this match. I'm going to go all out on this one. I'm going to go again. I think Sami Zayn adds another strap to his shoulder. I think Owens and Zayn take this tag team tournament and win the World Tag Team Championships and takes them back to the Kings of Honor. Who have you guys got? Only one way to find out, and that's this weekend. Speaking of the Kings of Honor, what about this for a SmackDown main event? Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins. The World Heavyweight Championship will be decided. It's one of those battles, that could go either way. We have seen in previous weeks, Seth Rollins has had the better number of Braun Strowman, saving his Kings of Honor partner, Daniel Bryan. We have also seen that, obviously, in that 8-man tag that I mentioned previously, Seth Rollins does have a tag team victory, albeit being through Daniel Bryan over Tyler Bate. Seth Rollins has a tag team victory over the Monster Among Men. If you remember back to Backlash, Rollins beat Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe in a triple threat match. For me, Rollins, with the Kings of Honor in his corner, you can't bet against him. However, do not underestimate the size and the strength of the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. My prediction in this one is going to be, it could be match of the night, it could top one of the ladder matches, we do not know. It's got to be up there in one of the most important matches on this match card. Braun Strowman, for me, may just edge it out on Rollins if the Kings of Honor can be tamed. So we're still with the SmackDown brand here, and as you can see on the screen, we've got the Money in the Bank ladder match over from the blue side, the blue brand. We've got in there the likes of Dean Ambrose, we've got Samoa Joe, we've got the United Kingdom champion Pete Dunne, we've got Tommaso Ciampa, Rusev, Walter, Randy Orton. One man in there, Kurt Angle, as you can see, has been replaced. We saw that on SmackDown. Kurt Angle will not be in this match. He's going to be replaced. We do not know by who. Angle, his arm has been broken. We have had it confirmed. Could this be an attack again from those that attacked Rey Mysterio? Could it be the same attackers who attacked the Ascension? On this one, Money in the Bank ladder match, it could be anybody's game. We've seen Walter in multi-man matches absolutely dominant. However, in the Battle Royal, he was eliminated by Rusev. Rusev then lost the Battle Royal, and Dean Ambrose went on to win the match. Ambrose then choked out by Samoa Joe. We've got a hell of an open field. You look at the experience in this match and the size of obviously Walter, Rusev and Samoa Joe. On this one, it could be anybody. It's a roll of the dice. Anybody could take the briefcase. For me, if we talk about experience, you can't back against this man, Randy Orton. Orton, for me, takes the SmackDown briefcase. Could we see a cash in? Who knows? So let's stick with Money in the Bank ladder matches, and we have got SCJ's first women's cross-branded Money in the Bank ladder match. 8 women, 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown. We know that representing SmackDown are Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and now replaced Alexa Bliss. Bliss lost her spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match to Dana Brooke on SmackDown just last week. On the Raw side, you've got the Empress of Tomorrow, you've got Asuka, you've got the Boss Sasha Banks, you've got Sonya Deville, who we have seen with the Raw Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, and then also you've got a debuting Bianca Belair, a woman who has signed exclusively to the Raw roster. Being a Raw guy, it's got to be one of those 4 women that bring the Money in the Bank briefcase over to the Raw roster. And you know what? I'm going with Bianca Belair. She's going to debut, she'll win the briefcase, she'll bring it over to the Raw roster with her. And you never know, could we be seeing a new Raw Women's Champion in the next few weeks? Keep your eyes peeled, Shayna Baszler. You never know. We're going back to the Raw roster now. One hell of a field, full of deserving superstars. People who have qualified. You look at the likes of Finn Balor and EC3, who a few weeks ago defeated Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush to qualify to get into this position. You've seen Johnny Gargano and Ricochet defeat former tag team champions in the Revival to qualify for this match. Jeff Hardy defeated his own brother Matt to get into this match, and you've got Andrade, who won a over-the-top rope battle royal, a last chance battle royal in the Empress Empress Ballroom. So it's a big field. It's very, very open. Obviously, a lot of these men, you can look at them and you think, wow, it's a huge stepping stone for one of these men to take themselves from what could potentially be a mid-card title all the way to the Universal Championship. You've got Hardy in there, likes to play with ladders. Ricochet, a high flyer. Obviously, if he wins this match, he's not signed to Raw. He could cash in on Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman. He could even cash in on any other champion he wants to, really, as being a free agent. Gargano's in there, and you can't underestimate the likes of Shinsuke Nakamura and the Velveteen Dream. I understand that the Velveteen Dream hasn't won yet here on the Raw roster, losing to Ty Dillinger in the first week, and then last week on Raw he's had one hell of a contest against the Universal Champion AJ Styles. Styles getting the better of the Dream. However, you cannot underestimate the Velveteen Dream. As a Raw guy, I'm looking forward to this match the most. I can't wait to see the high-flying action. I can't wait to see the brutality that each of these men bring at Money in the Bank. For me, if I had to put my hat on a winner, I'm going to go for somebody like Finn Balor. Finn Balor, former Universal Champion, the first Universal Champion in history. For me, Balor wins Money in the Bank. Who have you guys got? So finally, we get here to the main event. You've got the phenomenal AJ Styles taking on Aleister Black, a man who won a fatal 4-way to get into his position of the main event for the Universal Championship. Black defeated the likes of Adam Cole, he defeated Drew McIntyre, and he also defeated Andrade in a fatal 4-way, elimination style. Black shocked the world when he pinned Drew McIntyre and earned his opportunity to face AJ Styles. AJ Styles, we heard that promo. We heard that he's not afraid of the dark. He's not scared of any challenger whatsoever. Doesn't matter how tall you are, doesn't matter how much of a psychopath you are. It doesn't matter if you've got a stable behind you. It doesn't even matter if you've got the mystique of Aleister Black. AJ Styles is going to take on anybody. However, given the assault on Aleister Black just a couple of weeks ago, what's the status of Aleister Black? How healthy is he going into this match? How much is he going to have to give? For me, you have to think that AJ Styles is the set favourite for this match, given the assault from Anonymous. As you can see on the screens, Anonymous attacking Aleister Black just a couple of weeks ago backstage, a brutal assault on the #1 contender. And then just last week, Anonymous again, he struck again after attacking AJ Styles in a brawl after his match against the Velveteen Dream. Anonymous took his assault backstage and took out our general manager, Shawn Michaels. My well wishes go to our general manager, and for the time being, Raw do not have anybody in charge. So post Money in the Bank, we could see anybody in charge. It could be Paul Heyman. Is Heyman going to want to come back to Raw, seeing that the last general manager got assaulted by this Anonymous superstar? We don't know. But all I know is that if Aleister Black turns up to Money in the Bank, he's one hell of a competitor. And he's going to have a lot to give. And AJ Styles, whether Aleister Black is 75%, hell even 50%, Aleister Black's going to give AJ Styles one hell of a match at Money in the Bank. However, predictions again, my money's on the champ. AJ Styles is going to retain for me, and AJ Styles has then got to look over his shoulder, especially at the Money in the Bank winner. Money in the Bank comes to you guys this Sunday only on the Squared Circle Jobbers YouTube channel. Let us know who you think is going to take down the briefcases from both Raw, SmackDown and of course the cross-branded Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Let us know who you guys think will take the championships. Who's going to be World Champion? Who's going to be Universal Champion? Who is going to be US and World Tag Team Champions come the end of Money in the Bank? And of course, let us know who you think's behind the likes of XTV. Who is this anonymous superstar that keeps attacking the superstars on the Raw roster? And of course, who's attacked Rey Mysterio? Who attacked Kurt Angle? And who attacked the Ascension? It's just chaos here on the Squared Circle Jobbers. Stay tuned to find out more in the upcoming weeks. I've been the Ben Cocker. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And of course, like and subscribe all of our content on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you this weekend.